Hey, all. So earlier I shared with you my results for the past week. If we take into account the previous week as well, I'm about breaking even with approximately $30,000 invested and cashed for $30,000. And I am mentioning the amount of money because, first of all, it's a large number. When I zoom out and I'm thinking about the money that I'm playing, it's like, oh my gosh, because I live in the ordinary world where like you can do a lot of stuff with like 50 euro. And second of all, and most importantly, probably, it's that it's a big amount for my bankroll. I think it's currently sitting at about 40,000. Every day investing 10% of it. Maybe it doesn't sound that bad right now, but it still feels intense. And I have been struggling to handle my session lately, even though I had the result. For those of you who watched that early game video where I'm like table selecting very carefully, I did it for a purpose, and it's because I really struggle with early session and like not popping up nine tables basically in a row. You don't feel like you're getting in the zone maybe, and it's really easy to blame it on yourself while it's just variance talking, or you're just running into the nuts, or you're losing a couple of flips, and suddenly you just open like nine tables and you're left with four in like 20 minutes or 10 minutes, and you're like, what the fuck? What am I doing wrong? And that's the problem. When you're opening nine tables from like zero, you're not able to probably focus on those nine tables. You need like your brain needs more time to adjust to I guess the tables. And although like I've done this mistake so many times, I keep repeating it and like I feel a little bit ashamed of like doing it. Um, but I'm making this reflection to share that I'm like a bit burnt out, honestly. I've been playing for the past month and a half, and for like thank God I've had like an amazing like 5 months till now, but like also the past month I've been playing the highest I've ever played, and it's kind of my limit where I played like 2 years ago again in these stakes, and I've been struggling to handle my session well. And yeah, I'm going over it again because it's like still like I feel like stuck somewhere, like somewhere I'm like not doing well. Thankfully, I've had the results in higher stakes tournaments to give me confidence, and every day I get stacks in like those tournaments. I feel optimistic, and I don't feel that I'm lacking any skill, which is really important for your confidence and inner self-worth as a player. But in order to succeed in poker, you need more things than skill. Outplaying your opponents is one thing, but like maintaining a calm composure, you can't outplay your opponents in every hand. You need to stay calm, you need to stay patient, you need to pass on opportunities to find better ones, and that's what makes you win tournaments. You can't be smart every time. If you try and like be smart all the time, this game's gonna wreck your ass so bad, so fucking bad. Like folding, as Alex Foxen once said, bluffing is your sword and like folding is your shield, which I really like. So yeah, I'm feeling a bit burnt out because I've had approximately six or seven final two tables where it was like 20 or 30K up top, or one that was like 50, and that's a lot of money. And like scoring like 20, 30K kind of like at these stakes that I'm playing, it relaxes you. It like, okay, I'm up 30K for the series. Maybe I'll lose five more, but I'm up 25. Like you're feeling that you're pretty well on your EV. You're like even a bit above. And I had one final two tables. I was 1 out of 10 with like 30 blinds on an ACR 215 tournament, which it was 150K guaranteed. And like for me right now, this tournament is one of the toughest tournaments I'm gonna play. And I'm sitting there like playing against people that have like 300 ABI and 250 ABI. And I'm playing my game, I'm doing well, I'm getting excited. And I make this shove with 5-6 suited versus the second guy in chips for like 35 big blinds. I shipped from the small blind versus a cutoff open. And to this day, I put in a nice miser. Like it's like it was like almost like even like in money, it was like something like 0.02 negative. But ICMizer doesn't account for like future value. And like if I'm the chip leader there with everyone being at the 20, 30 big blinds, I think I can make some damage. So it's probably like an okay play. But would I take it again? No, I would not. Like, yes, I run into the hand. Like he woke up with ace king suited and like I just lost up 40-60. And if things had gone differently, I would have been, probably top three in the tournament after this flip and, all good. But looking back, Looking back, and it's a mistake I did also like 2 months ago in one other tournament. A more mature decision and a more conservative decision, maybe, independent to my in relation to my bankroll, which I think is something that people don't talk that much. Um, like you can make ICM decisions, like you can gamble so much more if you're like if the money doesn't mean like much percentage of your bankroll. Like um that's in my opinion. Like if I'm playing like a $10 tournament where it's like 1500 up top and it's like kind of like a risky all in or like I think this guy's wide and I'm gonna call him. Yes, there is risk premium and probably it's a fold. But like if I think he's wide and I think it's a good gamble spot to make in a $10 tournament, I'm gonna do it. Because why? Because I want to go for like, make a big stack and try and bullet him to win the 3K up top, which is gonna increase my bankroll for like, I don't know, 7%. But in a tournament where it's 30K up top, and I've locked in 2000, right? And if I just fold that 5-6 suited, I mean, I'm not guaranteed anything. Everybody's 20 to 30 big lines, but let's say on average I cash for like something like 8K. 8K is a big is like a one, and most importantly that I mean they didn't consider is that I'm gonna have more final table experience versus good players because I haven't had many final tables versus good players lately. This had good players. To 8K is approximately 2 to 3 days of buy-ins, and during this period that is like high buy-ins, it's like it's like very relieving. Because yeah, knowing that you have fuel to like burn and it's just like relieves a lot of stress, and you know that like I mean, not that you're gonna be more punty with your money, but you know you can like still play those higher stake tournaments and like still feel okay about it. Um, And fortunately, I made a score later, and like I'm in a position where I'm breaking even now in the series, so I don't feel that much pain in like when I bust the higher stake stuff, and I feel pretty good about okay, I've like played so much money and I'm still break even. That's like pretty fortunate, but I am a bit burnt out because like I've swinged almost twice to negative 10,000 and like got like a score back up. Um, and yeah, I just wanted to share that and like feel it out right now. And I'm stressed and I'm not sure how my performance will be in the next few days. I think I'm gonna take it. I'm either thinking of like taking a step back in terms of buy-ins and like not playing so many 109s and 215s and like just grind my casual 30s, 50s and 100s. But I don't think that's the problem. I think my problem is that I'm not like dialing in, and I'm gonna try and like dial in and stay at 6 tables more time. So I make sure I'm just playing well, I'm making good creative moves, and I'm feeling like, when the play doesn't work, I'm gonna have a clear head and I say, look, I really like my play, and I won't get affected mentally. Because like when you have 9 or 10 or 12 tables and you're not dialed in, you might make one of those plays and it might be good. But if it doesn't work, it's gonna really hurt if you don't have the mental capacity to like zoom out in the moment and say, look, the play was good, but no, like your brain is usually like focused on like making another decision because everything is happening fast. Um, that personally, I struggle to have that space usually, and I'm setting an intention because I'm gonna probably play tomorrow and Thursday to just take it easy in the fucking beginning. And yeah, I think I might. I don't know if I'm gonna stream, but like yeah, I'd love to like focus and like relax into the game because I really don't think it's the binds. Like I'm kind of used to it by now. I also won like 2K in cash games one night. That was crazy. And I really want to dial in because the most important thing is that I'm not enjoying when I'm not like focused. And I'm just like clicking buttons and I'm like just hoping I run good and like I'm kind of like in a miserable state. I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but like it's not a good, it's not a good experience to have. And it's the series. You want to enjoy the game. Also, whoever is watching this, I would really appreciate feedback in the type of content that I'm making. And I know I'm not putting out a lot of stuff out there, but I really want to start putting more. And I'm also considering of opening a school community where I will be uploading mostly, I think, stuff like this, and I'm really curious to see if it's useful for some of you. I know I'm not targeting like a big percentage of the pool, but like I think there are like people that are grinding out there that like would really, and I'm hoping that they would resonate with my experience. And I don't think that there's enough content like this out there on YouTube, and I think it's important because mental health and like burnout and like performance talks are like not at all discussed, and people just talk about ranges and strategy, and they don't talk about this stuff because like my theory is that like even if you're not a good player technically, if you have the right mindset, you're most likely going to win. And yeah, you don't need to know good poker to win. You just need to have like a winning mindset. And I remember like I was beating the cash games from in casinos even when I'm like I had no idea, just because I was going with a winning mindset, or whenever I had a winning mindset. So yeah, I want to like create a community on school and talk about stuff like this, maybe upload some beginner strategy. I have a different perspective that what on the game that what you see on YouTube. And I think poker is a very noble and beautiful game that has that a lot of people with some economics background and finance background can like if they catch on like some concepts, they can become really easily really good. Yeah, this is like super raw. I hope you enjoyed it, and it really it really means a lot for me to be talking in front of the camera about issues like that, and it will mean even more if more people would listen to it and would somehow enjoy this content. I enjoyed recording this. Let me know if you enjoyed it. But yeah, let's crush it in the series. Good luck. We have one more week. Uh, See you.